I think s1mple is the all-time greatest Counter-Strike player we ever had.
Probably considered at the moment the best of all time.
My goodness, what a spectacular player to watch.
Has to be a no-scope! And of course, he needs position!
Whoa!
He actually gets the first one! Close, and he sneaks around! On it! Down around the corner!
What?
Did he go long enough?
God! Fight fire with fire. You don't have a gun? Catch them off when they least expect it. How does he do that?
He taking down Rain first. Next in line is Solofmeister. The flick is in. Oh my god!
Just jumping casually into the side. He's going to fall down again. Why is this crap from s1mple? Are you serious?
Time he might be.
Oh my god!
Oh no, s1mple.
The time. He's got to go to the AK, get the kill. This guy is on another level. He's going to have time to put the bomb down. And X7, he knows he's in rotation to flash out. He's got the information. He's got just enough. He goes back to the AWP. But is that what's going to cost him? It is. It is going to cost him.
Somehow X7 holds his nerve. It looked like s1mple wasn't going to miss a single bullet there. But Matt, that is the full reset now.
While there are plenty of pros who are naturally gifted and practice a ton, s1mple just stands out. He's different. He makes the craziest plays, and somehow they work.
I'm sure he would have probably said that, watch out for connector. s1mple, what's going on?
He has balls of steel, incredible aim, unbelievable game sense, and somehow he still grinds to get better.
I just quit everything except CS. So when we had online, I always played. I never went out. Maybe if I invite some friends, I spend time with them, play PlayStation a bit, and after just FPL at the night. Yeah, I try to play as much as possible, just to upgrade my game.
But s1mple is cursed. Despite his godlike skills, he just never manages to win when it counts. See, despite literally everyone in the world saying that s1mple is the best player to ever touch CSGO, he doesn't have the trophies to back up those claims.
There's a lot of players that couldn't win major before, It's maybe too early. I always think that if I didn't win some, then I need to work on myself and to find more my mistakes. Maybe it's not inside game, maybe it's outside, or maybe it's my communication, or maybe when I'm tilted sometimes, So I'm always trying to fix myself.
Some, including s1mple himself, have chalked up his misfortunes to his explosive temper. But those same high-octane emotions may be what drive s1mple. s1mple spent years dealing with a ban he got back in his 1.6 days, and often his teammates considered him toxic. But in 2016, after being part of several lower-tier rosters, s1mple decided to live out his dream with Team Liquid. The Ukrainian superstar even moved to the US to play with the NA roster, leaving his friends, his family, everything he'd ever known behind.
The main thing that I want with Liquid is to be champion, to be one of the best players with them. That's all.
In the months s1mple spent overseas, he had two shots at major victory. First came MLG Columbus. Columbus was supposed to be the major that made s1mple's sacrifice worth it. The major that justified leaving behind everything he knew and loved. But it wasn't meant to be.
Here he comes once again. The first base is a Dren. He's going to hit the ground there as Cold. Oh, what? A jumping double from Cold! What is going on right now? How does he do this? Cold has saved Luminosity with the your play. Unthinkable scenes there on the B apartments. They needed a huge play, but that was something I'm never going to see ever again. And there it is, Cold is going to take his head off, and Luminosity will find themselves in the grand finals against Na'Vi.
Next came ESL1 Cologne.
The bomb is making its way back down, so it looks like it's going to be an A hit. Nice shot from s1mple. Cold going to be taking down Elise, and that was in Pop Dog. Now s1mple has a lot of work to do. He's got the AK in hand, and he's up on the train. They're going to be pushing in now, only 30 seconds left, and he needs backup quick. s1mple picking up one more kill sprays, and that's a third one coming through. Now all on Cold Zero, 1 versus 3. It seems like s1mple has done it again. That's a quad kill to shut down SK.
This time, s1mple came even closer to lifting the trophy, only to see a major title slip through his fingers once again.
All in the details, easy for SK to pick it up here. Trying to walk through the smoke, but it's just not going to happen. SK Gaming, second major championship in a row. They are your winners.
Those majors were s1mple's to win. He had come so close to his coronation, to truly being the best player in the world, to having the trophies that went with his skills. but he lost.
I feel like it's first chance to be with team and qualify for $1 million major. And when we start losing, because maybe of me, because I didn't hit my shots, I feel so sad.
After 2 devastating major losses, s1mple's temper was getting the better of him. Allegedly, his relationship with his teammates was strained, and it was hurting the team dynamic.
I knew him and Adren wouldn't get along very well. I knew it would probably be like a ticking time bomb, and only a matter of time until it exploded, where s1mple made it either him or Adren, and obviously, as we can see now, that was what it was.
I miss my girlfriend, parents, friends. I miss everything from Ukraine.
But despite those struggles, s1mple always put on a show.
You see double smokes in the same place there. s1mple just jumping casually into the side. He's going to fall down again. What is this shot from s1mple? Are you serious? What is that? You can't do that, s1mple. That's not allowed. This is not FPL. This is a major.
s1mple is an assassin, this guy is absolutely unbelievable. He's the X-Factor for Team Liquid, there is no question.
After s1mple's departure, Liquid's 2017 was a bit of a write-off, but they rebounded and became one of the best teams in the world by 2019, leading some to wonder what could have been if s1mple had stuck around. s1mple did what he thought was right at the time. He did what he thought would bring him closer to winning that major that he felt he deserved. He joined Natus Vincere.
Navi, Ukrainian organization, invited me. I was so proud that I'm gonna join this team.
It's been about 3.5 years since s1mple joined Navi, and in that time, the team has made it to the semi-final and grand final of a major, and they couldn't win either.
Here's who's gonna look the right way at the right time, and it's happening! Nothing, he does it, and he just stands up! Ice cold!
Are they going to peak? Holding it now, and there is it. It's just out of Flamey. It's not going to happen. Astralis have won the Face at London Major.
So far, s1mple has achieved the exact same things he did on Liquid, except this time, it took him far longer. And it had nothing to do with his individual performance.
Not able to pick more weapons up. Oh my god, that's ridiculous from s1mple! How on earth has he done that?
14 seconds, they've got to get out. s1mple gets only one in return. Jumps up and somehow finds Sergey, but he hasn't found the bomb. He will now. And he goes away from default because he doesn't want to get naded. He also knows there's a flank, and he also knows he needs position. Whoa! He actually gets the first one. He's got a chance. He knows Alu's up close, and he sneaks around. Oh, that's what we like from s1mple.
For a long chunk of his time on the team, s1mple was carrying Navi players who just couldn't hold their own.
Wasn't capable last time. This time he might be.
Oh my god!
What is that transfer on the third? And s1mple hit Cirque as well? No way he hit that third shot. That makes up for it.
Well, too little too late as they will get the defuse through.
Both Zeus and Edward were older players on the verge of retirement. Guardian was no longer playing at his peak. Seized seemed perpetually stuck in training mode, and s1mple had to try his best to make it work on his own.
I just want to win everything with them. We're gonna practice more harder than before. Everyone understands that it's really important. I mean, it's really important to practice win. Even if you're losing, you should stay as a team. And we are just trying and moving forward, every time. We're fixing mistakes, talking with each other, fixing personal issues, We're trying, yeah.
The world of CSGO had changed significantly since s1mple's early major runs in 2016. And going into 2019, he needed a major win more than ever. It used to be that all s1mple needed was a major to cement his legacy as the greatest CSGO player of all time. But at that point, when teams like Astralis were swimming in majors, s1mple needed at least one to just stay in the conversation. CSGO just isn't the same game anymore. In 2016, s1mple could hard carry, but these days, it's all about teamwork. Individual skill just can't carry a player as far these days, even a player as gifted as s1mple.
Когда ты настраиваешь всю психологию в команде, то ты по-другому начинаешь воспринимать свою команду. Ты понимаешь, что каждый раз понимаешь, что они стараются, трудятся, и наконец-то ты видишь эту всю работу, которая делается. И ты не можешь просто так как-то вспылить. Ты видишь, что игроки прогрессируют.
But a significant roster shakeup finally led s1mple to believe that he was on a team worthy of his talent. A team that he could believe in.
Oh, I think it's more individual skill now, more understanding of game. It's much better, like chemistry in team, and we work with our psychologists really hard. And I think like all players on other level right now. Like every year, the teams become more stronger. They become more professional, and yeah, their dedication become much better.
However, Electronic and s1mple are doing what Electronic and s1mple do best. Headshot!
No! He needs help from s1mple, and there it is! s1mple from Graveyard, and there's s1mple arriving in a very, very big way. Flash has come through, s1mple flicking, and he lands a 2-for-1, even hits the third as well, and he'll go down eventually, but Na'Vi slaughtering players on this B-bomb site.
s1mple was that much closer to getting everything he wanted. He was finally on the right team, and he had all the momentum in the world. But in 2019, s1mple faced a new obstacle, a challenger for the title he'd held for so long, the best individual player in the world.
From the looks of it, got more over here. It's going to be ZywOo that rings out first.
No way.
Second.
He's had enough.
He's going to keep going through it. He doesn't really care, does he?
S4 here again. He wants them all. Get him out of here.
He's the closer. Into his own hands as ZywOo couldn't make it up.
ZywOo, a young French up-and-comer, was ranked #1 in the world by HLTV in 2019, snatching the title right from under s1mple's nose. Now, s1mple didn't have the title or the trophies. He needed the major more than ever. Whether he was out to avenge his lost title or Na'Vi finally clicked, s1mple bounced back.
Just perfecto and s1mple. He needs a multi-kill, first found, Twist aggressing. They have to double peek, he's getting his shots, he's hitting another one! s1mple! No! s1mple, that's unbelievable! What in his name, #1 in the game, he's done it again!
Boys though, but if he was to go for the ambitious jump to check it, he can jump on those boxes, but instead he's going to call the first. Gets the frag, but this is so nice from Liquid. He's holding it, and all Naf has to do is check it.
No! Not again, s1mple! That's simply not allowed! I don't believe it!
s1mple, 1 versus 1 now, Dupree. He will make his way towards the bomb site.
90% clutch rate on this map. We saw him win one against Liquid versus 4. He's only got to find one, and he's done it again! The percentage goes up again, Henry. 12-1 for Na'Vi.
And it's going to be s1mple and Flamey, who just seem to be taking matters into their own hands. Ladies and gentlemen, there it is. Your champions are going to be Na'Vi. It's a 3-0 clean sweep here in the grand final. This is a legit team. I didn't have much expectations for the whole squad. Na'Vi over the years have never really had a comprehensive lineup that makes sense for all the roles to fill, but finally, behind the firepower of s1mple Electronic, they've got the pieces they need to be a world-class team.
s1mple was playing so well that nobody could deny he was the best once again.
With this roster, you have brighter future.
Okay.
I mean, we don't know what's gonna happen, but still.
Finally, after all that strife and anguish, it looked like 2020 was s1mple's year. The year he was finally going to win his major. But s1mple is cursed. Due to COVID-19, the Rio Major was canceled. A global pandemic swiped s1mple's best shot at major victory to date away from him. He would have been at his peak in time for Rio, but now that tournament, the year's only major, has been pushed back by months. Will Na'Vi still be the best team in the world by November? Will s1mple still be the best player? Could he finally win a major? Only time will tell, but CSGO is a game that changes fast. For all we know, Astralis could be back on top by then.
He hasn't won a major, and that gives him, no doubt, probably some sleepless nights along the way. And, you know, it's something that's personal to him that he wants to do. He's come close, of course, on a couple of occasions, and eventually, I think, at some point in his career, as one of the greatest players that has played Counter-Strike in history, and undoubtedly one of the top 3 players over the last 5 years consecutively, and arguably still the best player in the world in my eyes, it is a concern for him and his fans that he hasn't won a major yet.
Of course, the true tragedy of s1mple is that the nagging question of who the true GOAT of CSGO is could have been answered years ago. If s1mple had only won a major, even one, he would have silenced the doubters forever. But s1mple still has time.
But I don't think we can start talking about time's running out for this man. This is a man who is 22 years of age. 22. And although he's been around for what seems like forever, He's still only 22. That means by the likes of Forest and Neo and Get Right, he's probably got another 8 years to win a major. That's 16 majors if we carry on the same. I'm pretty sure, in fact, I would stake my house on it, he's going to pick up a major at some point in the future.
No matter what happens in the future, though, one thing is for certain. Despite s1mple's terrible luck, he knows exactly what he wants, and he's giving his all to get it.
I want to win every tournament in the world. I want to help create new era of Natus Vincere.
I'm just waiting, because you're walking. It's going to be picked up on camera on the mic. No worries. I'm not sure if it was or wasn't. Andrew will tell me later if it was picked up on the mic, but we'll find out. I don't know if the mic picked it up. My girlfriend just said that it's not fun because I'm not messing up as much as normal. It's only fun when I fuck up my lines. That's the only time she has fun with me filming here. I'll try to fuck up more lines for you. How about that?